Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy Strong Style Cinema. Finally, we got ourselves a Titans Season 4 trailer. Let's geek about it for a scant few minutes because there wasn't really all that much to it. We got some pretty pictures and some lines of dialogue here and there that kind of confirmed what we know as far as like casting and who's in it. So a little bit of like Mother Mayhem and Sebastian Blood and Lex Luthor's been played by Titus Welliver of Bosch fame, who's going to be a bald and bearded Lex Luthor, which is a different take on it. Just in the one line where one of the characters makes mention of to Luthor that the gods are going to know his name, and he's like, the gods already know my name. Like, just in that little line right there, how he delivered it, how he looked, just the like level of like duh and disdain he had in the delivery. I'm like, okay, that's Luthor. We got to see that apparently them going to Metropolis, which we knew was going to be a thing in the season, that apparently some sinister occult stuff is going on. Nightwing is going to go to Jinx to get help. Apparently they have some history because she's like flipping him the bird and says she doesn't want anything to do with this. Starfire says, hey, we need your help anyway. So I was going to pull her on board. Apparently, I'd read in this season they're going to pick up some of the plot threads of the romance between Dick and Corey in this upcoming season. There's going to be some stuff going on with Beast Boy. Maybe he'll turn into something other than a tiger. I think the actor said that he was supposed to turn into something other than a tiger. We know that Stargirl is showing up. She wasn't in the trailer, of course, but we know that she's going to show up on one of these episodes. We know that there's going to be some issues with Connor and his feelings of just being an alien and just what other people think of him and how they view him, being the clone of Superman or just maybe being alien and out of control. We saw bits where it looked like maybe Connor was fighting Dick or Nightwing or something. We saw some glimpses of what looked to be Deathstroke returning in this. Is that just a hallucination, a flashback? We don't know because, again, we just got a smattering of images and no context for them, which we know that trailers are oftentimes misdirects and bait and switches and stuff like that. So we don't know the order of things, and we can only speculate based on what we know. Sebastian Blood, Mother Mayhem, going to be the villains. Titans are going to encounter them apparently in Metropolis. That's what we've got to go on. Outside of that, it's just, that's the sucky part, because outside of that, all we have to go on is what we've seen in the past, where these trailers come out and these episodes air, and the first episode shows so much potential, and the show just doesn't meet it. It falls short of expectations. Of course, the show has its diehard fans and stuff like that out there. I see the comments where a lot of people are just enjoying the fact that there's a Titans show. Never mind the quality, it's just to them, all that matters, hey, it's a Titan show and it's on TV and I can watch it. You know, I can watch these characters that I love, that I know and love, come to life and do stuff on the screen. They're content with that. Again, that is okay to have that outlook. Some people I've seen say, well, it's a show and it's like not a terrible show, but it's not a Titans show. It's okay to look at it like that. I look at it like I am tremendously disappointed at this whole experience, but here I am holding out hope, because if I have to, I will be glad, happy. I'll put some soy sauce and Tabasco, some Worcestershire sauce or whatever on the plate of crow that I have to eat if this season 4 is the greatest season out there, that they manage to turn things around, that they're narratively tighter, that just they make better use of the characters, and the characters actually feel like their comic book counterparts, which they haven't really to this point, other than looking like them costume-wise, albeit abstractly in some cases. You know, so stick the landing. That's all I ask. That's all I want for the show, because I want it to be good, because I really don't think that there's going to be a season 5 with all the changes and Zaslav and stuff going on at Warner and HBO Max. I don't think there's going to be like a season 5. I could be wrong. Who knows? So I want this show to go out on a high note with positivity and a bang. Will we get that? Remains to be seen. I mean, if the parting shot is any indication, where you have heroes all costumed out, and then you have like Tim Drake with this little like bow staff, which is apparently going to be a thing in this, where he's just retracting and collapsing the bow staff, and he's training with Nightwing, presumably. We've seen some spoilers where the actor kind of spoiled a shot of him with the domino mask on. So I'm assuming at some point, probably with the way that the show goes, we'll be meandering around the point, and then in the season finale, he'll suit up for like 5 minutes and do another jumping kick or something he learned on YouTube. But it's just a shot of them kind of like walking forward, and I guess it's supposed to be this cool shot, but it just has him just like do the bow, and he's like walking forward. He's still just dressed in his like regular clothes, and because the idea of, we know to that point. Again, we don't know when that takes place in the show, but from what we know coming from the last season, the only thing we know to this point is that anything that he learned to do, he learned it on YouTube. So he's using like the bow staff and YouTube foo to do whatever. It's, oh my God, it's just comical. Unintentionally comedic, I'm sure. Seen a couple of clips from the show that have been dropped, little preview stuff where Luthor is calling Connor, so apparently they're going to meet, and Luthor's going to be trying to drag Connor to the dark side. I'm assuming that'll be a thing, that's sort of dynamic between Luthor and Connor and his creation and where he comes from, the clone aspect of things versus like the family aspect of the Titans and what they offer. I'm sure that's going to be a thing, because Titans are a family. That's a big thing about the from the comics, the idea that the Titans are a family, not just a super team. They're a family. So I'm assuming in the show that Connor's going to be kind of tugged between his technically like blood family with Luthor versus his surrogate family in the Titans. They handle it well. It could be interesting to see, or it could totally just suck. Remains to be seen how it goes. Again, based on what we have to go on from the previous 3 seasons, I'm not holding out much hope for really good things. I would welcome disappointment in that regard. I would welcome being wrong, but I don't know if I will be. We saw some action of the Titans against Mother Mayhem, where they just all kind of stand around and just attack one at a time and just get knocked down one at a time. It's just stuff like that. It's just like, yeah, they're still doing stupid stuff. I don't know how this is going to go. Like I said, we really didn't get anything plot specific to go on. We're just going off of what we know from the characters from the comics and kind of what, kind of how they get down and kind of piecing things together and just forecasting how we think things are going to go. It remains to be seen how it all plays out. It remains to be seen if they stick the landing. It remains to be seen if characters like, Beast Boy, like, do something of note. I don't know. I mean, I'm here for it just to watch it, to react to it, stuff like that, but I'm not holding out hope. Again, I would like to be wrong. Please, Titans, HBO Max, make me wrong. I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are, but you guys out there think, let me know in the comments below. Follow me, social media, talk to me there, talk to me here. Till next time, let us geek.